Hello, clever people, and welcome to my review for Baby Driver. So Baby Driver stars Ansel Elgort, Jamie Foxx, John Hamm, Kevin Spacey, Lily James, and quite a few other people. It's quite a stacked cast. And it follows the story of Baby, who is this driver that does a lot of rides for criminals. And basically, he hates his coworkers. They're all really mean to him. They're all really disrespectful. And one day, he goes into this restaurant-type place and sees Lily James and records her singing. And suddenly, he feels like he's fallen in love. And then she also feels like she's fallen in love. So then, they both decide to do some crazy stuff in order to try to get away from the life that Baby is stuck in. So basically, Baby Driver is, its plot is loose framework for action and for style. That's what Edgar Wright does best. Edgar Wright has directed films such as Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead, The World's End, and Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, all of which are films, well, two of which are films that I really enjoyed, two of which I haven't seen. I have yet to see Shaun of the Dead and The World's End. I plan on watching both of them soon, and I have seen Hot Fuzz and Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Those films, I believe, are in the same category. They're both films that are good, but not necessarily amazing. I enjoy Hot Fuzz definitely more than I enjoy Scott Pilgrim. However, neither film really sticks out to me, and neither one is all that memorable. So because of that, I went into Baby Driver with interesting expectations. Obviously, I couldn't deny the fact that the movie looked incredible. The trailers were absolutely amazing. They used Tequila in one of them, and they used a song, I'm forgetting the name now, in another one. Both of those trailers looked amazing. It had like 100%, I think now 99 or 98% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's in Letterboxd's top 100 of all time as of right now. So obviously, all the praise and the great trailers. I was quite excited for Baby Driver, although I was expecting that maybe I would be a bit let down due to my reaction to other Edgar Wright films, but I came out of Baby Driver confidently saying this is the best Edgar Wright movie. I found so much entertainment, and I had so much fun with everything in this movie. Well, maybe not everything, because there is the issue of Edgar Wright's style. Personally, I'm not sure I attract to his style the way others do. People consider him one of the best filmmakers working today. I don't really see that. I do think he's really, really good at what he does, but I don't really think that he's like one of the best or that he's amazing or anything. So occasionally that part of me had it so that it affected my enjoyment of the movie because his style didn't quite land in certain situations. It's hard to describe exactly what made it that way, but basically Edgar Wright's films are trying to be non-stop stylish and non-stop entertaining and non-stop funny, and when they don't come off that way to me, it can basically just be noise, cinematic noise on screen, because all it is style. There's really not much substance there. However, when it isn't that, which it's only that for about 30 minutes of the runtime, the rest of it is just adrenaline-fueled fun. Anyone who likes the Fast and the Furious movies should go see Baby Driver immediately, because it's like those movies, but 20 times better. The cars are way more awesome. The car sequences, the action, the fighting is 100% better. Honestly, like the practical effects in this film, and the way that it's shot and the way that it's edited is astounding, and just beyond what you should expect from something like this. Edgar Wright directed this movie perfectly, pretty much, with the editing, his editing is almost perfect. It's absolutely amazing. And also his cinematography, the way certain shots are framed, the way that it would show during the action sequences, it would close up on certain things, then it would be far away. It uses shaky cam, but it uses it so well to the point that you can still tell what's going on, and it doesn't look unrealistic, and it doesn't give you a headache. But of course, the music also complements all of this. If you're reviewing this movie and you don't talk about the music, there's clearly an issue, because the music in this film is some of, if not the best use of music in a film ever. The way that they implement, I think it's over 30 songs or something like that. Each one fits perfectly with what's going on. Honestly, at a certain point in the movie, there's a song going on in the background, and I wasn't really even paying attention to it, and I was watching the scene. And that's insane to think about. That may come off as a negative statement, but it is the strongest thing I can say about this movie, because the music fits everything so perfectly. And the way that they edit the scenes so that it goes along with the music, the gunshots, and the characters talking and everything, it's so stylish and so cool. And this movie is honestly just just so cool. The acting in it too is terrific. Ansel Elgort, amazing in this role. I've heard some people say that he was just good in the movie, and I think those people are insane. He was terrific. Just from the opening scene, I forget what it is exactly, but I remember watching the opening scene and looking, oh yeah, he's singing while in the front, in the driver's seat, and I could just already tell that he was perfect for this role. He fit Baby perfectly. When Baby when he was singing or dancing, that could have easily looked very forced and unnatural, but it looked very good with him. And also Jamie Foxx and Kevin Spacey. They both play douchebags in this movie, but they are both awesome in their roles. Jamie Foxx doesn't try to steal any scenes, same with Kevin Spacey. They're more quiet, refined actors, but they are awful human beings, and they had to communicate a certain thing with Baby to the point that he didn't like the people he was working with, and it did that so well. And one of the biggest issues I've heard with this movie is that the romance was flawed. And I can see how the action side of the movie and the romance intertwining was weak, but honestly, I thought that the way that they set up the romance was actually very good. It was only in a couple scenes, it was only here and there, but I thought it worked really well. The chemistry between Lily James and Ansel Elgort was just effortless. It was terrific. However, Baby Driver fails from something that a lot of other of Edgar Wright's movies do, and that is with memorability. Honestly, as much as I enjoy watching Hot Fuzz, and even as much as I enjoy watching Scott Pilgrim, those are hardly memorable movies. You watch them, you're entertained by them, but after they're over, you don't really stick with them. And the same goes for Baby Driver. I think maybe I enjoyed this one more than those other two because I watched Baby Driver on the big screen and I got a lot of noise and I got all that experience. However, when it came to the memorability, I honestly can't say that I'll want to pick up Baby Driver on Blu-ray. Maybe I will just so I can turn it on to be entertained occasionally, but I don't think I'll want to buy it on Blu-ray. I may see it a few more times in theaters just because of the amazing, entertaining experience it is. But when it comes to certain things like memorability, and also some of the things I mentioned earlier with issues with the tone, personally, or the style with it, with me, I just can't say that Baby Driver was a memorable or particularly worthwhile movie in the long run. Was I entertained? Absolutely, and I'm giving it a really high score because of that. But as far as memorability goes, or was sticking with me, Baby Driver fails in that department. I will give Baby Driver an 8 out of 10. I think I ended that on more of a negative note than I meant to. Look, this movie is so entertaining. Everything about it is just so remarkable, the way it's edited, the cinematography. You can easily admire it, but also be entertained by it, and the way that it's unconventional and it does so many different things and how unpredictable it is, that's very refreshing. Well, anyways, that concludes my review for Baby Driver. What are your thoughts on this film, or are you planning on seeing it? Comment in the comment section below and let me know. I'm Robert Burke, and this has been The Clever Critics. Goodbye.